After she showed up in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they pretty much confirmed to us that Valentina's role in the MCU is not over, and as a matter of fact, it's just beginning. We were supposed to see that character first in Black Widow, and eventually we will, and we can sort of see how they're plotting out the future and direction of that character. And as it turns out, it's supposed to have connective tissue and mirror and follow in the footsteps of what Nick Fury was doing with the Avengers. So while Marvel Studios is, of course, as they do always, playing coy and trying to answer answers by giving us non-answers, there's always the read between the lines of what they're saying and figure out exactly what they are saying. So recently, while talking about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the casting of Valentina and what exactly is the next step, various people involved with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, such as the executive producers and the writers, all had a few updates to talk about. And the takeaway is that she does have connections to what Nick Fury was doing. Now, they don't necessarily reveal if, like in the comics, for example, we're going to learn about some interesting back history where maybe she was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., where maybe she was partners with Nick Fury and they had different ideals and ideas, but we can quite clearly see that she is assembling her own team, and that's what she's here for. And if you look at what Nick Fury was doing for decades, specifically with the start of Captain Marvel, then all the way to Iron Man and getting the rest of them together for the Avengers, I think it's quite apparent that her role is the reverse of that. He was going after everybody good. She was playing the long con with maybe Thunderbolt Ross to set up a villains team. Maybe Taskmaster, Yelena, trying to get a few pieces together to form their own team. Either Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, or a version of both of those. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how exactly they keep her around and what purpose she serves. And that's something that they really talk about as well in these interviews, is the purpose of John Walker and her showing up to talk to him, and how that sort of builds up the ideas that this character has, and maybe her role, without necessarily beating you over the head with what her role is. Just by the nature of who John Walker was and her wanting to work with him, gives you an idea of how she relates to somebody like Nick Fury in a complete opposite, contrasting way. Which again, that's sort of what it's about. I mean, if she ends up becoming a Madam Hydra, you kind of saw that coming, right?